This video will define what a conditional equation is and compare that to an identity and contradiction. In addition, I'll give you two examples. A conditional solution is one in which we actually attain a solution. All right, it's our traditional form of the equation usually. We come up with x equals 2 or x equals minus 7.3. So we're able to actually come up with a value for x. And I should say solution or solutions. All right. Compare that to an identity. An identity is when all real x is the solution. And remember that that means that any value of x we can think of in the real numbers is going to be a solution to the problem. And typically we end up with our left-hand side equal to our right-hand side. Finally, we can classify an equation as a contradiction. That means that there is no solution. And we end up with crazy things like 3 equals negative 2 or 17 equals 5, all right? There is no value for x that makes it a true mathematical statement. So here I have two examples, and your instructions will be to solve and classify the equation. So let's look at the two examples here. If I gave you this first example, you would set out solving it like you normally do, and you would distribute this 5. You'd have 5x minus 35 equal 3x plus 2, okay? So what you would want to do is get all your variables on one side and all your numbers on the other. You'd subtract 3x both sides, 2x minus 35 equals 2. You could add 35 both sides and get 2x equals 37. And your solution would be x equals 37 over 2. And you actually obtain a solution. When you actually obtain a solution, we classify the equation as conditional. Okay? Keep that in mind. Here is your solution. Here is your equation classification. Let's try example 2. Our first step would be to distribute our 3. We'd get 3x plus 21 on the left-hand side. Over here, we'd want to distribute our 2, so we'd end up with 2x minus 8 plus x. Now we can combine like terms on the right-hand side. We end up with 3x minus 8. All right? If you wanted to take this one step further, you could subtract 3x both sides, and you'd end up with 21 equals negative 8. Uh-oh, we ended up with something crazy. Our solution would be that there is no solution, okay? In other words, there's no x value that you can plug in that will make this a true mathematical statement, no solution. And we would classify our equation as an identity. Identity. All right? So remember, this is our solution. This is our equation classification.